Good morning, recruiting gym junkies. How you doing? I hope you're well. It is Mental Health and Wellbeing Day, and as ever, we have Claire Davis with us. Hello, Claire.
Hello, Alex, and good morning, everyone. I am here on a Thursday, not a Friday, because yes, we've got an extra day for the weekend tomorrow, which is fantastic for our mental health.
Indeed. And well, to be fair, I'm going to be working on Saturday, but it is good for my mental health because I'm doing something on Saturday that I've procrastinated about for about a year.
And what's that, Alex? Tell us.
Basically, I've been meaning to do all the videos for my training program for how to pick up a job and fill it, basically.
Yeah.
And I've sort of written the list of what I need to do 3 or 4 times, and then it goes into an archive, and I never get around it. And every time I feel bad about my job, I go, oh, I still haven't done that.
Yeah.
And so this week, I've made time to do the list. I'm going in the studio for a day on Saturday, just me and a camera, and I'm going to smash out about 120 videos.
Wow. I'm glad it's you and not me because it's sunny on Saturday.
And that's the easy bit because then I've got to do all the notes and the exercises to go with the videos. But the goal is by the end of May, I have got my 360 program ready to go. And if I've been talking about on the stand-ups, like if you get to the end of lockdown, what are the things that you'll feel bad you haven't done? Yeah. So I'm figuring end of proper lockdown to end of May, and I've got some things I'm going to do. And I'm leaving it to the last minute, but I am going to get it done. And I will be able to tick that box and feel good. So it's work, but I will leave work feeling brilliant.
Excellent. So you've got a real purpose for Saturday.
I've got a proper purpose for Saturday. So excellent. But today we are talking about purpose, Claire, and the role of purpose in your mental health. So I mean, in your experience, what role does purpose play in feeling motivated and good about what you do on a day-to-day basis?
Purpose is one of the most important roles in feeling motivated and feeling good about what you do. Because if we have purpose in anything we do, if it's in the recruitment industry or in our personal lives, it is more motivational for us. We get so much more out of it, and we are happier, and we want to be happier in life.
And I think one of the reasons why roles like doctors, nurses, soldiers, teachers are viewed positively within society is because people see it to be a vocation as much as a job. And my wife was a recruiter, and then when on my first date, I was like, "Oh, why aren't you a recruiter anymore?" She says, "Well, I wanted to do something meaningful, so I became a teacher."
Interesting.
And I can sort of understand why she would think that, but I always felt that in recruitment I had a really meaningful role. Recruiting is a vocation. Why do you think I say that, Claire?
I agree with you totally. And interestingly enough, I was the opposite to your wife. I was a teacher, and then I became a recruiter because I always wanted to. I was one of those strange people that always wanted to get into recruitment. And when I mention it to people, they go, "Really? I've never met anyone who wanted to get into recruitment."
I could name you loads of teachers.
Anyway, so I actually struggled when I first got into recruitment, and that was because of exactly what your wife said. I felt like it was more money orientated and it wasn't as meaningful. And after a while, I realized that actually there is a huge purpose here. It is a vocation because people's work, which is so much part of their life, relies on us. And people's businesses rely on us. So there is a huge purpose. It is a vocation, and we are there to help people. And that is.
And I think the difference is it's the vocational element of it is a mental switch, not necessarily an actual switch, because we could argue that teachers could be paid better, nurses could be paid better, soldiers could be paid better, but there's the acceptance of the fact that they chose the vocation, not the money. And I think in recruitment it's more difficult because people sort of often choose to go into it because of the money, but then struggle to find the vocation in it. And one of my favorite phrases when I was working a desk, and this was 20 years ago, is I always used to sort of tell myself,
love it.
I help people get jobs. And one of my directors always used to say is we used to pick the candidate every morning that didn't have a job, that needed work to feed their family, and we would all get on the phone to help someone feed their family. And I think it's important to note that helping people and getting paid for it is not mutually exclusive.
And it's not. And unfortunately, people look at recruiters as these shiny suited people who earn lots and lots of money. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. If you're in recruitment for the money, you're not going to last.
Yeah,
because recruitment's all about building relationships and helping people.
It's soulless. It's soulless. And that's why I'm excited that video and face-to-face meetings are coming back into fashion. Because for me, when we talk about candidate marketing or we talk about filling a vacancy, my motivation to fill a vacancy was often as much to help that client solve the need. When I took a vacancy, one of my first questions I was trained to ask, for me, was a very vocational question, which is, how are you being impacted by not having this person on site?
Good question.
How's that impacting your team? How's that impacting you personally? How's that impacting the organization? Because for me, it gave me purpose to actually drive that, because I was helping them. I was helping them solve that problem. And that's why I often found contract and temp easier than perm. Because perm was sort of, we're okay, there's no real urgency, we'll be fine. Where temp, it was just like, the house is on fire, help me. And you're like, I'm going to put the fire out, I'm going to put the fire out.
Definitely. And it gives you so much satisfaction when you have helped those people. And my belief in recruitment is all about building relationships. And we're there to build relationships and not just to make that ching sale, we get so much more out of it, and we're there for the long haul.
And I think connecting with that vocation in today's world, Claire, is really important, because there's tens of thousands of recruiters at the moment that don't have enough vacancies to work. But they have clients that are struggling financially. They have candidates that are insecure in their roles. They have clients that are struggling financially and are insecure in their roles. And we've got a tremendously important role as recruiters to support with that.
Definitely. And we mentioned the how are you calls a couple of weeks ago. I hope everyone's been making them, because they are the most important calls in recruitment when times are good, let alone during COVID-19.
But they're so important. And actually, those are the ones that show you're there as a human being. And that's where... So that's where when we had Greg Savage on the call, he spoke about making sure you've got a good narrative. You've got a good positive narrative. And so you need to be creating a narrative when you speak to candidates around, remember, good times and bad, people still get jobs. Good times and bad, there's always business to be made. And we've got to reassure people that there will be work out there. We will have opportunities coming in. It may be like today, but it's not going to be forever.
And it makes, as a recruiter, it makes you want to get up out of bed in the morning and help people and see people relieved that actually they've found me a job or they've filled the position that I need. So it's fantastic to have that motivation and want to go to work and help people.
And that's where, when you work in a niche, you're incentivized to work with a candidate through their whole job search rather than just for this vacancy. And for me, the exciting bit of the recruitment process was not only meeting the person, but the exploration of, right, this is what you could do with your CV. These are the opportunity, and puzzling through what you could do in your job. I still get people call me today and they go, "Oh, Alex, I'm looking for a job. Could you help?" And I'm like, "Well, have you thought about this? Have you thought about that?" I make a few placements a year just through introductions that I've made. And it feels brilliant when you...
It does. I do the same. I still do the same. I love it. Absolutely love it.
I think you've got to separate making a placement with helping someone get a job.
Definitely. And the money's the bonus. The money's the bonus.
And I think I think it's really important that you connect with that. If you think about the startups, Claire, I don't know about you. Am I paying you for this?
No.
No, just so
I
you know.
haven't received a penny yet. When's that coming?
Manana. I'm not paying myself for this
No.
at the moment.
We're doing it because we really want to help people through this, and it's all about helping.
But we're on our 36th stand-up, and we started the stand-ups. I started the stand-ups to sort of give myself purpose through lockdown, to make myself feel like I was helping.
Yeah, I remember when you mentioned it to me, actually, Alex, and I got really excited, and I thought, wow, I've never had done this sort of thing before, but really excited about being able to meet with people once a week and help people through their mental health and just be there for you all.
Yeah, and it's and I'm sure there's some giving forward to it. Like hopefully someone at some point will want to buy some training. They'll want to attend a mental health course. And we'll talk about your new series in a minute, Claire.
Yeah.
But I guess the takeaway for everybody is what is your purpose in recruitment? How do you help? Edgar Deshane has a book called Helping, which was really motivational for me because it clarified some of my thoughts. I've normally got it relatively easy to hand. I've got it out the other day, and I'm not sure where I've put it back.
Don't look there. It doesn't look like you've got them in alphabetical order.
No.
Oh, look at your shorts today. You've got better.
I've got the chicken drumsticks out. I've got the chicken drumsticks out. So it's helping, and it's how to offer and give and receive help. Understanding the effective dynamics in one-to-one group and organizational relationships.
Sounds brilliant.
It is fantastic.
And can I add to what you just said there, actually, Alex? You said having a purpose for recruitment, but let's also think about what is my purpose through COVID-19? What's my purpose with my clients, with my candidates, and with my work?
Yeah.
So,
and that's one of the that's the thing we've got to be thinking about regularly, because I think in COVID it's so stressful. You've got to fight to maintain visibility of that purpose. You know, we've chatted enough over the last few weeks where some days, and the viewers, we've got a lot of regular viewers. No, I don't look like I'm up for it. Like I am literally dragging myself here. And so purpose is the deeper the purpose, the harder the experiences you can drag yourself through.
Definitely. And the more motivated you are, the more positive you feel. And I mean, yesterday I had this random email from a lady asking me about networking in Bristol. I thought, wow, where did she get my name from? I thought it was from the recruiting gym, actually. And she saw me on Twitter and she said, I've seen how much you're helping people on Twitter. And I thought, wow, I didn't think I was helping that much. I'm just putting a few posts. But it's just a purpose in everything we do. And that goes back to our personal branding that we mentioned last week as well.
Yeah, and that's why I often ask the question, everyone sees selling as a bad thing. But I think selling in itself is not good or bad. What's different is the intent behind it. So here's a bit of semantics for you. Everyone always used to say, Alex, you're a really good salesperson. And I go, I'm rubbish at selling, but I'm a really good assistant buyer.
Oh, I like that. Because I call myself a relationship builder.
So for instance, I help people get jobs. I don't make them take jobs. I help people get jobs. I help clients find the right staff, and I'm that intermediary. And so my mentally, when I work with a candidate and I work with a client, I try to sit on the same side of the table as them rather than across the table, because we don't really, it's very difficult to hard sell in recruitment and someone still turn up. I'm sure I've tried it in my day. But normally those are the ones where you get a voicemail at 7 o'clock on a Monday going, oh, I'm sorry, I can't make it. I'm unwell. Definitely. So Claire, tell us about your new webinar series that you've got on Mondays.
Very exciting. Every Monday, except for bank holiday, Monday, the 25th of June, every Monday at 2 o'clock, I will be interviewing different people from the mental health world that also understand recruitment or can help recruiters with your jobs with regards to mental health. So it starts on Monday, the 11th of May. Join me. 2 o'clock. And I am interviewing the wonderful Rhonda D'Ambrosio is my first guest, who is amazing, and she runs mental health in recruitment.
Fantastic.
So every week I'll tell you who I've got for the following Monday, but I'm really excited about this series.
Well, if you're ever struggling for a guest, it'll probably be me or one of the other coaches. But no, I mean, I think it's recruiting is a challenging job. And resilience in recruitment is really important. So I think it's fantastic. We're partnering with Rhonda, who does a great job in mental health in recruitment, and I know you do as well. And you're still doing your shows on Wednesdays. I'm still
doing my virtual courses on Wednesdays. My virtual workshops are going really, really well, and I've been training some really interesting people who have come on the courses. They're directors of companies. They're from directors of companies through to the support staff. And some of the time I think, oh, you should be right during COVID, and people can be really struggling. So join me for one of those as well if you're interested.
Fantastic. Well, remember your takeaway today and over the weekend is to find the purpose.
And one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
One more thing. I've got a purpose, which is to help everyone in mental health, as you know. And next week, a wonderful woman called Karen Roberts, and I've put it in the chat box, is running a summit for a whole week. And she's got people from all different walks of mental health helping you with different parts of mental health through lockdown. So I put the link on there, and two of my really good friends, Laurie West and Anne CEO, are actually talking. So look out for Laurie and Anne as well.
Fantastic. Well, pick up the phone today, speak to some candidates, speak to them clients, and see how you can help them, even if it's just telling them it's all going to be okay.
It is. And have a great bank holiday weekend and rest.
And you as well. Take care, everybody. See you soon. Bye.
Take care. Bye.